Rick Wiles joins us from True News. Rick, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning. Doing great.
We heard your side. We had to talk to you for a few minutes. So you believe in witches. You believe there are witches in our presence, both good and bad, that are living with us right now. Is that fair to say?
Yes, there are witches, but they're all bad. There's no such thing as a good witch.
What leads you to think, Rick, that Giselle, Brady's wife, is a witch?
Well, Tom Brady said she's a witch.
When did
you watch?
When did he say that?
Did you watch the video or just hear the sound or read a quote? Rick, help me out.
I watched it.
Okay, so you saw the setting it was in. It was in a Gillette charitable setting where he was. You could see the smile on his face, talking about his relationship with his wife and the impact. You took that to mean that she is somehow talking to demonic figures and is a witch?
Everything that Mr. Brady described his wife doing is paganism. It is witchcraft.
I did not hear once him mention any sort of. And again, I don't know what. I've never met a witch, so I maybe someday I will. But I didn't hear anything about the devil or worshiping anything. I heard a husband explaining to people around him how his wife wants to be involved in his football life and how he thinks it is cute. That's what I heard. You heard that he's being followed around by a witch?
What he described was witchcraft, and he said, "My wife is a witch."
Right.
He said, his wife said, "You married a witch. You married a good witch."
Yeah. So you think she meant that? You think she meant that seriously? Like she actually has power over his football career. He's winning Super Bowls because of his wife.
But he himself is attributing his success to witchcraft. She's practicing witchcraft, and Tom Brady is allowing it to happen in his home.
Sir, has anybody ever asked whether you're absolutely insane?
Oh, he knows what you don't know. He knows the secrets.
I'm just asking.
You mentioned, Rick, that there are deep spiritual ramifications
I wanted an
for
answer
Brady.
to that question.
Okay, go ahead.
I want this man to defend his sanity. Do you understand that you sound like an absolute crazy person right now, Mr. Wiles?
No, I sound like a born-again Christian who loves Jesus Christ with all my heart. You have to understand the seriousness of witchcraft. Witches will be assigned to the lake of fire. When they die, they're going to spend eternity in the lake of fire with murderers, adulterers, liars. Witches are mentioned right there with murderers and adulterers and liars.
Right.
Okay? It is an eternal damnation in the lake of fire. You don't play games with witchcraft.
Any superstitions going into the game? Any special thing you carried into the game on Sunday that you had tucked away somewhere?
I did. I always, I've learned a lot from my wife over the years. She's so about the power of intention, and believing things that are really going to happen. And she always makes a little altar for me at the game because she just wills it so much. And so she put together a little altar for me that I could bring with pictures of my kids. And I have these little special stones and healing stones and protection stones. And she has me wear a necklace and take these drops she makes. And I say all these mantras. And I stopped questioning her a long time ago. I did. I just shut up and listened. And at first I was like, this is kind of crazy. And then about 4 years ago, we were playing the Seahawks, and she said, you better listen to me. This is your year, but this is all the things you're going to have to do to win. And I did all those things. And by God, it worked. It was pretty good. And then in 2015, it was about early January, and she said, you know how much I love you? And I said, yeah. And she said, I just want to let you know this is not going to be your year. Oh. And of course we lost. I said, what does 16 look like? And she said, 16 is going to be your year. So it was early January this year, and I said, babe, I asking, do we have a chance? And she said, yeah, but you're going to have to do a lot of work, and you're really going to have to listen to me. So, man, I listened to her. And right after the game, she said, see, I did a lot of work. You do your work, I do mine. She said, you're lucky you married a witch. I'm just a good witch. She said, you're lucky you married a witch. I'm just a good witch.